All right. Hey, this is Enda here, doing a little kind of short update. I just wanted to um, just check a couple of patterns, just to, I don't know, just touch base, basically. How are you all doing? It's Thursday. It's absolutely spilling rain outside. It's December. It's nearly Christmas, so that's great. Thank God for that. Um, and here we are, end of another year. Let's get into some patterns, eh? Now here, I'm gonna look at the Dow, if you don't mind, for the moment. Um, and this is a kind of a different camera setup here. Yeah, people might hate it because I'm occupying part of the screen now that should be free. But anyway, we'll see how it goes. Okay, so this is now the pattern that I'm working with. Here we are sitting at an all-time high. I think we've got a pretty nice five-way pattern again in place into this high. Question is this an ending diagonal that we're now seeing develop? Would that be cool if it was? That would be pretty. That'd be pretty interesting. Definitely, from what's to follow, from what could follow from here, it's definitely pretty interesting. Okay, I have to be aware now that the camera is recording my face, and I'm not used to that, so I have to. That's another thing that I have to be aware of, which is not good for a person who's self-aware. All right, or a bit self-conscious. Alrighty. Well, who cares? Nobody's going to reach out of the screen and grab my throat or anything. Not yet, anyway. YouTube hasn't got that in its policy yet. Okay. If you say the wrong thing, a hand will come out of the screen and grab your throat. So here is a possible fourth or fifth wave setup. Now, I've seen and I have seen a count that calls this rally off the wave for the March low, that calls this rally up off that low, this historic rally, this fastest rally ever. The fastest rally ever after the fastest decline ever, which is, well, that's something to mark in your book. So there is a count out there that calls this only wave 1 of wave 5. Now, okay, first of all, I'd say fine. Let's see how that works out. But there is this, voice not a voice in my head. There's no voice in my head. There is this inkling that would question that. And the reason I would question that is because if this is only wave 1, then this wave 1 rally constitutes what, 30% of the entire index? So a subwave of the fifth wave rally constitutes 30% of the entire size of the index. So I'm just not sure that could be possible. Which would suggest that wave 5 overall would be at least 50% of the entire index, if not 70% of the entire index. Yeah. Count me skeptical on that one. Okay. Okay, so let's move down into a short-term time frame here. So here's what I'm counting as the pattern of the March lows. So we have a 1, 2, and then an extended third wave. The extended third wave comes with a triangle fourth wave, and then 5 waves up in wave 5. Sweet. We have a pretty nice flat correction, wave 4, and then a rally into the current highs in wave 5. Okay, so let's get into this rally in the current wave 5, or the current rally. So here's that's the end of the rally. Go back to the fourth wave again. Within this fifth wave, we have a rally up into the fourth wave, the rally up into the fourth wave is pretty standard. But what's happened off that over the last month has been where we kind of move out of the standard realm, and is where this ending diagonal wave really comes into its own, really, I think. So we have a 1-2 rally here, which is slightly off screen, and then a further 1-2 extended or acceleration third wave. You get the highest MACD and RSI readings in the third wave. You get a fourth wave, I think a triangle, you could probably call that. And then you get a nice 5-wave rally up into wave 5 of 3. That completes wave 3. So all standard right there. And then a 3-wave decline in wave 4. Okay, all standard there. And now here is where we get reasonably, where things get very interesting, let's say. There are, there's also a problem with this ending diagonal scenario, and it's the initial run higher off that the beginning of that wave. So you could easily count that as a 5-wave pattern, and in an ending diagonal, you shouldn't be a 5-wave pattern. It should be a 3-wave up in wave 1, 3 waves down in wave 2, a series of 3 in towards the end. But everything off that has been in 3 waves, so we're still within the realm here of possibility. And you can still parse that out as a 3-wave pattern if this is the correct pattern. So let's just leave that one with a kind of question mark at the end of it for the moment. So we have wave 1, 2, 3. Now this could be wave 4 here. That'd be the Wednesday low. I'm kind of leaving that. Again, I'm moving towards the possibility that this could be an ABC. It could be an expanded flat, or either a running flat. I mean, if maybe ABC finished here, we could have a running flat wave 4, and then we could be moving higher again in 3 waves, complete wave 5. But sure, let's see how today goes. The early futures are down, so it's possible that we see a completed expanded flat. In that case, we would move below 29,850 today into that rising trend line. Now here, again, another test. If we decline below the rising trend line and then rally, if we decline into the rising trend line and rally in 3 waves again, then we kind of seal the deal on an ending diagonal. Whether it's a no, I'm not going to say that. Right. There's too many caveats going on here, so I'm just going to stick to the ones I have so far. Let's allow for an expanded flat here in wave 4, and maybe then we move higher on Friday, Monday, kind of the time frame, in wave 5. Ending diagonal would be nice because it ends the pattern, obviously. We've got all, every single, let's say, complementary factor is in place, for an historic top. There's no reason why it shouldn't be. So let the chips fall where they may on that one. Now I'm going to move on to go. I'm suffice to say I'm pretty flat out bearish on this one. But then again, have you known me as any other way? Right, let's move on to gold. Here's a daily pattern in gold. I've been looking for this 4th wave ever since we got the 3rd wave high. We're looking into this 4th wave low. So we look pretty, I think, close to solid here that we've got a 4th wave low in. The only caveat that we could have on this is that this whole move down is only wave A of 4. And if that's the case, hey, let's put that in as the next best alternate there. Maybe it's only wave A of 4, and we get a 3-wave rally in wave B. In that case, we should probably pop above 2,000 anyway, at least, I'd say, in wave B. Anyway, we've touched pretty serious oversold levels in the last couple of weeks. So you can see on MACD here, we've kind of really, gouged the bottom of the barrel here for sentiment. or for momentum anyway, but definitely sentiment on the other side of it. Let's get into the 4-hour chart here. So the 4-hour chart, initially I was looking for one more touch, let's say, of this declining trend line, but we got this nice spike rally last week. So I think we have a combination wave here, a series of threes. So 3 down in A, 3 up in B, 3 down in C. So it's a complex combination wave. The move off the low has been pretty solid though. So yeah, we're in that territory. What we need here is a kind of a bullish higher low, but we're in the territory for turn up here. The weekly pattern, what I'm looking for, go back to the weekly pattern. What I'm looking for, if this is a third wave low in place, I'm looking for, a fourth wave low in place. I'm looking for wave 5 of wave 3 to push out towards this rising trend channel line again. So somewhere up about 2600, 2700. Maybe we complete wave 3 here with a throw over. Maybe we push up towards 3000. Who knows? At this point, it's just I think we have a pretty significant rally ahead of us in wave 5 of 3. Okay, so down to the daily again, you can see this 3-wave correction, wave 4. Down to the 4-hour chart, you can see that combination wave 4 in place. Now to the hourly chart. Here is what I'm working with right now. Possible 5-wave rally into wave 1. It looks like the decline yesterday is wave A of 2. Now we could also have wave 2 complete, but I'm kind of erring on the side of caution here that we get a break of this fourth wave low here, so that 1821 low. If we push into that 1821 low again, let's put it this way: if we create a nice B wave higher low, or sorry, lower high, tripping over my tongue, B wave lower high somewhere around 1850, that will be a kind of a trigger point then for a rally into a third wave. That's if we complete 3 waves down. Then we'd be looking for a return higher into wave 3. A break of 1850 will be the first indicator that we have begun wave 3. But I don't think we won't get actual confirmation of that. I'm thinking maybe if we break 1875 or if we push above 1900 again, definitely I think we're on track for let's say wave 3 of 1 of 5. So there's still kind of a few hurdles to get over. Next thing to create is that bullish higher low in wave 2, watching the 1850 level for B wave today. Anything else? Maybe we'll just touch on the S&P for a minute. That's silver. Silver is, in the short term, I think we're probably tracing out the same pattern, and an ABC down in wave 2. Looking at about $23 to complete wave 2. Let's see how that works out. Let's go to the S&P. Here's the 4-hour S&P. I think I have kind of like biting my tongue this morning, looking at the futures. Get into the hourly chart here. Looking at the decline yesterday into the future, and this morning in the futures, thinking that maybe we have a turn in the S&P. There is, always the possibility that we have an expanded flat wave 4, just like I went through on the Dow. So that's also a possibility. But this is intriguing, this particular one. So let's see how this plays out today. We'll know pretty soon whether we are going to get another further high in wave 5 of 5 of 5 as an ending diagonal. I think the pattern here in the S&P is a little bit more clear cut than the Dow. The Dow is a little bit messier. The S&P seems to be moving within that ending diagonal kind of scenario a little bit better. So you kind of flip a coin at the moment whether we get this expanded flat wave 4 and the further 3-wave rally in wave 5, or we have already completed wave 4 and 5 and we move lower again. I think if we break this wave 2 low, so that'll be 35.94, break below 3600 again, 35.90, let's say, then we're shifting towards that. I'm going to leave this allowing for one more high, but then we're kind of shifting towards the bearish possibilities. Definitely the previous fourth wave at the next lower degree, or the next yes, the next lower degree in green here, that'd be 35.51. So that's the kind of the biggest indicator level at the moment. The most important support in the short term. So 35.50 is kind of where our eyes should be kind of glued at the moment. I do like the fact that we have wave 5 green now matching more or less, most likely, well, yesterday's high, let's say Wednesday's high, is coming in quite close to the 100% of wave 1 in green. So we have that going for us. Let's see how it plays out. I just wanted to kind of run through a couple of those markets to just kind of point out the scenario and where we stand, because you can, I can write all I like every night, but sometimes I can't quite nail what I'm trying to say. Well, you don't have my face to look at, so you can't quite boil it down in so many words and create the picture that you want to, the verbal picture that you want to create. So hey, video is great for that. So this is an addendum to tonight's update, or a precursor to tonight's update. I'll stick it in tonight's update also. Okay, God bless you all. Have a great day, and I'll probably see you tomorrow evening anyway. We do a wrap up usually on Wednesday to finish up the week. But that's it. God bless. Be good, and we'll see you tomorrow evening. Bye bye.